back to the channel. Welcome to new and old viewers. You are very welcome. Thank you very much for watching. Today's video is what am I gonna work in really for August. So I have got out a lot of books on my desk. I literally can't move. I'm probably being over ambitious because, you know, holidays, things other to do than just colouring. But, well, I thought, you know, I'll get out loads. I may disappoint you all, but, you know, sorry in advance if that's what I do. As you'll have seen from my finished pages in July, I've still got this one to do out of Serene. That is a beautiful book. I'd so like to do some more in this book. It's so beautiful. Bit intimidating, I grant you. But, yeah, it's so lovely. And, yeah, if I didn't have to go to work, I'd quite happily, particularly this one. This one really does appeal. I know it's on the side for you. But, yeah, that one I really would like to do some more on. And Alice, again, from my last video, you'll have spotted that I'd started doing the bunny, but just ran out of time. So those were started, on the way, but not yet to the point where I could finish them, sadly, for time. Now, the first little pile that I've got are basically quicker, maybe Rita's not a quicker colouring, but I've got a whole pile of quick colouring books. I've got another Carla Magana. I think I've got macarons, but for the life of me, I do not know in my daft bookshelf where on earth I've put them. So if I can find my other one, I might work in the other one as well. But I've only done one in here so far. So I'd kind of like to do a few more in this one as well. Because it's a lovely book. They're a great quick colour. And you can really throw lots of media at it. So they do really interest me. So at some point this month, I've not picked a page, but I'm thinking I will do some in spooklets when I've got a quiet minute and I just want something quick. And then I've pulled these two out for the same reason. I'm just going to shut my window because the house down the road is basically getting smashed to death and being rebuilt. So there's just constant soaring. They've been quiet this morning, but now, no, they're soaring again. So sorry if you heard soaring. But yeah, I got this one as well not so long ago, Fairy Dorables Mini. Yeah, and again, I've not picked a particular page in here, but I may do a couple of these when we're out and about, because they're a quick one. You can chuck in your bag, can't you? And it's a nice little small book. So yeah, I'm thinking I might do a little one in that one. And the same with Hannah Carlson's Party book. I've only done the one in here, and in my mind I wanted to kind of do this in order. So I'm thinking I might do hopefully both of these because they're fairly quite quick. But possibly something else out of this little party book as well, because I quite like this little doggy there. He's quite cute. And it kind of looks like my dog, so I might do in the same colours as my dog. So that one as well. And then I have also picked out of, again, an uncoloured book. I am a bit conscious that I've bought a lot of books this year and I'm slow at colouring them. So I kind of want to consciously at least try and get a page done in as many of my books as possible. I'm probably not going to get them all done, and as you know, I'll still keep buying them because I'm a sad book collector that just can't stop myself because they're so lovely books. But I did quite like these little field mice that are all dressed up like the Queen in Escape to Oz, Good Wives and Warriors, a colouring book. There's some really great little pages in here, so yeah, there's a few that I've got my eye on that, although it's not a film I particularly love, I quite like the book, so those may pop in as quick colours, hopefully at some point this month. I'll move them along. Then this one I keep getting out, I keep chucking it in a bag. Look what I'm doing to it. I'm wrecking the book before I've even coloured it, because it's kind of just an oversized postcard size. I'll put it next to Rita Burton so you've got an idea of how big it is. Helps if my camera would focus. There we go, that's better. And I keep thinking, oh, I'm going to do a page in this, and I really like this page. It kind of gives me, as we're in summer here in the UK, kind of gives me ice cream van vibes, and obviously there's kind of inflatables and presents. Maybe presents is not summertimey, but palm trees, and I don't know, it kind of gave me ice cream van vibes. Let's see if that thing will focus, that would help. There we go. So yeah, I quite fancied doing these, but they are so small. That's the only thing. Every time I open this, I kind of think, oh, I need my glasses. You need my glasses as well, because my camera isn't focused. There we go. So that's the only thing that holds me up with this book, I think. I look at it and think, yeah, I really like that, but oh, they're so tiny little things. I kind of wish this book was bigger. As much as it's handy at this size, I think it would be easier to work in if it was just a bit bigger, because I really do like it. There's some really cute pages in it that I really like, but then I think, oh, I'll have to go and get my glasses. I can't be bothered. I'll do something else instead, which is not particularly helpful. But it's one off AliExpress. Again, it's been in my book haul ages ago. I think I did link it ages ago. But yeah, if you can't find it, let me know and I'll try and fish the link out again. It's a very cute book. Then obviously Rita's new one is coming out, and I'm very well aware that I have not coloured in this one anywhere near as much as I should. So I was kind of thinking I might do the packing my suitcase, pretending like I'm going on holiday. I'm not, but you know, we can pretend, can't we? So I might do this page. Or I've also been thinking, as we're staying at home in our staycation, this kind of looks like down the road from me, because we don't live so far from the canal. And the canal near me is right near the church, so it kind of, and there is a little stone bridge over it like that, so it kind of looks very similar to down the road from me. So I kind of thought, maybe I should do that page. It kind of looks very familiar. It's just missing the normal swan that's on the canal at this time of the year. But yeah, I thought I might do that one. I don't know what it is. I really like Rita Bourbon's pages, but they take me ages, even though this is a small book. I've lost my page now with the suitcase in, haven't I? Even though it's a small book, for some reason, yeah, they seem to take me ages and ages. But I kind of think, no, if I want the new one, I need to do some more in this one, because, you know, otherwise you can't have it. I think I'm at that point with books now. No, have you worked in the old one? No, well, you can't have it then. Oh, okay. Having to discipline myself on book buying. I'm still going to buy them, even though now my bookshelf is full, and I'm going to have to start having a, where am I going to put this one? What can you do? Anyway, so I've got a big pile of books and now I'm waffling on about nothing. So Lady Spring, again, uncoloured book. I don't know why. Just yet, I've not picked it up off the shelf. This page has been winking at me for a very long time. It's beautiful. I think it's from Anna, whose surname I cannot pronounce. Let me find it. It'll be at the front. This one. This lovely lady. I've got one of her books. Not good in that either, because I'm bad. But this one in particular has been... I really like these tulips, and then she's kind of got this giant one on her head. I know it's a bit ridiculous, but it's just such a beautiful image. That one I've been really wanting to work on. And I've also been eyeing up a few of Salvia Grazzo's books, and I don't have any, but I do have some of her work in here. So I've kind of said to myself, no, you'll colour a few of these first and see how you enjoyed them. And if you've enjoyed the ones in here, then maybe you can have one of her books, but not before. I'm having to treat myself like a child. But Lady Spring, by all these lovely artists who are unpronounceable in the main to me. But yeah, lovely book. Beautiful quality book. I worked in the Alice version of Fabiana's Atanasio's Fairy Tales book, and this one I got last month. That's Beauty and the Beast. I think it's Spanish version, this one. Yeah, the Spanish version. So yeah, there's a few pages in here that I've got my eye on. This is another really beautiful book that I really want to do. Lots of costumes, which you know I enjoy because I'm a big child. But yeah, really like this page, and I really like this one that's kind of she's inside his silhouette that I thought was really quite clever. I need to think about how I'm going to do the transition between them, but those two, I think this one is probably the more likely of the two, because I kind of find myself thinking about how you could do it. But yeah, there's some lovely pages in this book. I know occasionally they get a bit doodly in places, but I kind of just work over them if you don't want, do that as a solid shape. Don't have to do it as it is. But yeah, I'm thinking one of those two pages I think is a likely start from Beauty and the Beast from Fabiana Attanasio. Lovely book. Magical Dawn is always my returning favourite, as you've probably noticed, and this one, as I'm actually off and have a bit more time, this one I keep looking at in this book, and I do want to do it. I'm thinking I might extend some of this that falls down. I need to think about this space here a bit more, but certainly I want to add something in there so it's not just plain space. The hair is the only bit that does worry me a little bit, because it's quite repetitive shape and it could be a little bit boring looking visually, so I might need to think about this page quite a bit, but it does really interest me. Obviously I like a portrait every now and again. I can only do a few a month, but yeah, I do really fancy having a go at this one. And there are a couple more in this book that I and ahed about, possibly this little mermaid lady, but I also quite like the lady with the crystal ball, and I'm thinking the lighting effects on her face could be really interesting as well, and how it reflects on her hands and all of that. So there's a couple of pages in here that have, as usual with Magical Dawn, I've got my eye on. Another quick colour, I'm thinking highly likely another page in Welcome to the Village by Morgan O'Brien. This time I was thinking of the little fashion hedgehogs that are in the game. They quite interest me. She's out having a knit, she's got a cup of tea, quite like that page. Or possibly even I'm looking for bones for my museum sculpture, though they're a bit easier than that to carry in the real game, thankfully. But I also quite fancy that one, but it's highly likely I might do a quick colour out of Morgan O'Brien, because they're so quick and easy, which is the exact opposite of these two books that I've also picked out. These I got for Christmas. They are beautiful. I love them a lot, but as you know, they are terrifying to colour. But I would like to make a start. I don't think I'll probably tackle both. I think I'll probably do a page in one, and then I'll be like, nope, not touching those for months, because that's took me ages. But I have got a few, as you can see, pulled out, Colour Markover postcard, just to hold my place. So this one I thought was not too bad. There's always lots of these kind of, I can't decide whether these are leaves or some kind of intricate wire, metal kind of reflective surfaces. I need to think about how I want to do these, but I thought that was, it's not, for a Tomislav Tomic book, it's not too terrifying as a starting point, so that's a possible, although there is part of me thinks just do this one, you've coloured in it then. I'm not going to do that would be just too naughty. And then I do love a mushroom or two, as you've probably noticed. Alice in Wonderland and mushrooms, yeah, I'm just totally addicted. I know, I've got problems, but I'm also thinking, although this is a double, I think this is the kind of page that would be totally fine for me to just do this side or just do this side, because if these don't match, I don't actually think it matters. Obviously these two have got to match, but this looks different from this one anyway. So I'm thinking I could just do one or other. I'm thinking this one looks the slightly easier side, because I don't have to do two houses. I've only got the one and some mushrooms, which I enjoy anyway. So I'm thinking this side might be more of a possibility. And again with this page, although I think it's supposed to be a bit of a double, I could do either. I quite like the odd horse unicorn shape, and it's got butterfly wings, which I also really love doing. So again, that's a, yeah, I could maybe all of those feel like I could make a start on them, and they're not too terrifying. Let me swap their position over for these two. Or in this book, the same. I think this book feels slightly harder. Like, this is a beautiful page, but there's a lot more going on the pages than I've just looked at. So, don't know. I quite like it. Again, butterflies, mushrooms, fairies, I'm in. But, oh, look at all these twigs. There's so many twigs. Don't hold your breath for it. And then, I don't think it's a hedgehog. What is this creature? Does anybody know? He seems bigger than a hedgehog. I don't know. He seems more mean than a hedgehog. I don't know. But again, lots of mushrooms. Some kind of creature. Little gnomey thing. I thought it could be doable. It could be. And then this beautiful fairy also interested me. Although she's got some tiny fairies as well. And there's a lot going on down here. But it does interest me on a page, and you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? I can't keep just saying, oh, this is a terrifying page, I can't do it. I kind of feel like I need to make a start on it. Currently, I'm thinking this one feels like an easier start than this one. But they're both beautiful. Tomislav, Tomic, if I can get my lips around the word. Lovely books, and I want to start in them. Hopefully, I can be brave. Then I'm doing a buddy colour with the lovely Kay from Colour with Kay, and we're doing Vertical Worlds colouring book by Abby Dacre, and I think Kay was already interested in doing this page, which I also love. I love a bit of funfair colouring. Like, obviously I've done a circus out of my other book last month, and this kind of feels like a continuation of that kind of bright, colourful, glittery, fun. Again, gonna need my glasses because, oh my word, some of these are so small little things. Like, I'm struggling to even, I think funnel cakes, does it say? So small, some of the detail in this book, but it's beautiful. Again, it's pretty good paper in it. So yeah, looking forward to hopefully not letting her down and doing a decent piece. But yeah, feels like there's a lot to do in it, and I'm definitely going to need my specs. But yeah, lovely book. Glad to be starting in it, and that'll be my first page in Vertical Worlds colouring book by Abby Dacre. I'm not going to get all these done. You know I'm not. I'm going to try. I'm definitely going to get K's done, but some of these are like, I'd really like to, but unless I sit here for the entire 4 weeks and don't move, I think it's unlikely. R.J. Hampton Pirates is always a book that I want to go back to. It's beautiful. This one with the cheeky seagulls on has been winking at me a while. It's got a pipe in it that obviously reminds me of my father, so I enjoy doing that as well. Don't miss the smell, but do miss him. But yeah, lovely little cute page. It's got a bird cage in it. Those naughty seagulls need to get in there. Just lots of things about it make me smile. So yeah, I'd quite like to do another page in R.J. Hampton's Pirates. And while he's out, even though he's not top of my pile there, I've also picked a couple of pages out of Night Garden, which is also, as you probably know, a fave. I haven't done this lovely bee page yet. I don't think I've actually ever done a bee page now I'm thinking about it. I was thinking about this one, and I've done bees on some other pages, but not pages that are particularly bee inspired in particular. They're just kind of add-ons to pages I've done. So, look at that one, it's having a little kip. Didn't notice that one. But yeah, this page, I'm thinking, yeah, maybe it's time for that one. I also quite like this little beautiful little forest scene, because there's so many little creatures going on all over, little bits and pieces like popping out of the background that I think is really interesting, and you just don't spot them and then you see them. So this page also I think is lovely. And the other one that kind of goes with the bees page is this one that's got quite a few different insects going on in the background, and obviously flowers, which I really love doing as well. So any of those three are on my radar to be worked on, because I think they're lovely and I would like to get to them. But my copy of R.J. Hampton's Night Garden, that wasn't me. That's how it's arrived from Amazon. It's like someone stuck their finger through it while it was still wet on the printer and gone, wasn't me. It's not my dirty finger mark on it. This one, I think it's Mysterious Library. I have got the Korean version, I think. This book is beautiful. and it is a page that I've been wanting to work on for a while. This is basically how my husband says I sleep, that any little problem with the bed, oh, just you to notice that. You know, it's keeping me awake. I can't be doing with that. So this is what he says I need, like a princess in a pea bed. So it does amuse me every time I see this page in the book and think, oh, yeah, I'd really like to do that. But there are a lot of mattresses in here and a very big curtain going down the side. But yeah, this is also on my list of things that I'd like to get done. And this is definitely one that I'd like to work in. Obviously, I have 2 copies of this now and decided I'm working in the Japanese version. So I've made some decisions, and I think I'm going to do this page because this is the image really that's been appealing to me about this book for such a long time. I'm not sure, when I've been thinking about what I'd do on this page, I don't think I'm going to do exactly the same as Domming's version. I think I kind of like to do my own version of it. I don't think Snow White I'm going to change a little bit because that's kind of the classical bit, isn't it? But it's quite dark in some of these bits where I suppose the bad witch is, but you kind of lose some of the detail and some of the darkness. So I'm thinking some of this is going to be quite a bit brighter because I do like a bit of colour. I don't like it looking so gloomy as much as I love his image, don't get me wrong. I'm thinking for my own, I'd like to do it a little bit more strong in colour, but it's such a beautiful book and such a lovely image. I'm thinking it'd be a lovely place to start, and I'm going to try and make myself do that this month because I love this book. It needs working in. And then I've got a whole pile of things that I've really wanted to get to and just haven't got to. Wanted to do another one in Hannah Carson's new one. I've done 2. I'd still like to do another. There's loads of images in here that keep winking at me. I'm kind of finding I'm either working in Magical Dawn or this one. I don't know why Hannah takes me so long, but she does take me such a long time. So it's probably going to be an either or. I'll either work in this one or I'll work in Magical Dawn. Sketchbook Mouse. I wanted to do in last month. I just ran out of time. I've got a few pages picked out of this page. Can I find them quickly? Because I'm aware I'm yapping on for quite a while now. Sorry. So yeah, this little coastal scene. Pretend I'm on holiday even though I'm not going anywhere. I quite like this little shorts. I thought this one might be a quicker colour and a good intro. I'd also pick this one out with the little rainy umbrella scenario. And this one I think is beautiful, where he's got his little, is it a guinea pig? I don't know what he's got. He's smaller than a guinea pig, so it can't be a guinea pig, can it? But this one where he's sketching outdoors, beautiful. That also appealed, so that's a maybe. Cinderella, my Amandine Jung, never got to last month. These are quite big A4 pages and I just ran out of time, but I'd really like to do a page in this one as well. I showed a few pages in that last month if you're interested. And then I've also got a couple of the amazing Coco Wyo that I've been wanting to work in. So I've got a portrait picked out, I've got a witchy picked out. Well, they're all witches. What a stupid description, Wendy. I'm an idiot. And an owl, which I also think is beautiful and kind of give me Harry Potter vibes a little bit. So I think that's lovely. Spooky Girl. Any of these would be great. And hopefully these will be quite a quick colour as well. Quite fancy working in that. And I've got 2... Well, one that I've worked in already and one that I haven't started. But this is a new book to me, Lenka Filonenko. So there's a couple that I've pulled out that I think are really beautiful. So this one that I really like. I quite like this one because I quite fancy doing all the floral bits and pieces. But I think the one I fancy the most, really, is this one that's very similar to the kind of Green Man. But obviously it's a woman. But mushrooms, I know, I've got some kind of problem. Mushrooms, gems, leaves, portrait. It's kind of a lot of what I enjoy colouring. So I'm thinking that's probably the most likely out of here. And then this book is beautiful. I've not coloured in it enough. Fairy and Fantasy Grayscale by Christine Caron. I'm thinking, I think a lot of people have done this page, but I've only done one out of this book, so I quite fancy having a go at that as well, if I have time. And I think that's all that's in my consideration pile at the moment. If I'm honest, am I going to get all these done? I'm not going to get all of these done, but hopefully I'll get some of these done. And at least having narrowed down my bookcase into a pile that I'm thinking about makes life a little bit easier. Obviously I'd be interested in seeing if any of you are working on any of these pages that I've discussed. By all means, let me have a look on Instagram. That'd be really good to have a look at. If you've got this far in my going on video, thank you very much for watching. You are much appreciated. Thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying your colouring. Bye bye.